Hey Pokemon Masters, Birdkeepertoby here. Did you know it's possible to have 8 gym badges, defeat the Elite Four, have a team of amazing Pokemon, and yet still have a girlfriend? It's weird, I know, but Ash seems to be managing it kind of. That's right, today I'm talking about Amourshipping. Yes, I'm going to pronounce it properly this video. Because while I don't normally do videos about the TV show, my video on Amourshipping is the most popular video I have ever made, and I don't know why. That said, there's a lot to talk about, because in that video I talk about how the style of storytelling is the same as it was when Misty was in the show. You don't even need to really watch the show to know this, so all we know is that they are developing Serena's character quite a lot, to the point where she even had a costume change. That will be relevant later, because while I did say that their relationship would mean the end of the show, I didn't mean straight away after X and Y. What I meant is that Serena will be Ash's last companion, and she will definitely be joining him in his adventures around the Alola region. Oh yeah, that's right, even if he wins the Kalos League, he's going to the Alola region. And that's what this theory is really all about. Amourshipping will continue in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the TV series. And as is the way with any OTP, not mine, mind you, there is 2 parts that we can break this theory down into, Ash and Serena. So let's look at Ash first. Because there's always been that discussion, will Ash be replaced as a protagonist? And the answer for this is going to definitely be no. Ash, after all, is a character designed based off of Red, the protagonist of the original games and the manga. Similar but different, that's the whole point of him. And if he was going to be replacing an older series, then likely the main character would have been based off of Gold, or Brandon, or Lucas. That is, providing they were going to stick with male protagonists. In fact, variations of all the characters I've mentioned so far have made appearances in the show, except for one. One protagonist has not for sure. Calum, and Calum is the male option for the X and Y games. And why has he never made an appearance? We'll get back to that, but it takes its roots into why Ash is going to definitely be the main character in Sun and Moon. It's because the character of Sun and Moon, much like Calum, is bland. I don't mean that in some kind of criticism kind of way, I mean they actually are bland. They are blank canvases because of character customization, which has been confirmed for Sun and Moon. The point of these characters is for you, the player, to invest your own image onto them, to invest your own meaning into them. So creating a character based off of Calum in this show would kind of be a bit weird, because he just have no personality. He doesn't have any written in. And because of how bland and basic they both look, it's been a lot of speculation as to how the main male character from X and Y and Sun and Moon could be related. Another point is that if they were going to get rid of Ash as the face of the show, they would also probably have to get rid of Pikachu, or at least Ash's Pikachu. They'd have to make a new Pikachu to look slightly different. But that doesn't seem to be the case, because even in this own shot, you can still see Pikachu, clearly the mascot of the franchise. So Ash definitely going to Alola, but why isn't he replacing his female psychic like he seems to do so often? Well, let's take a look back through his old psychics. Misty was the first. She was an exception. She was a gym leader. Then there was May and Dawn, and May and Dawn were the female characters you play in Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald and Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. Then Iris came along, breaking the trend again, being a gym leader. And then finally, Serena, the rival character or female option for X and Y. Well, I have a really good argument as to why Misty and Iris are different than the other 3. Misty was the first, and as I said, they had no plans for the show going on as long as it did. And seeing as there was no female player at the time, Misty was just going to be the first female character you would encounter, being the female face of the franchise. Then came along the advanced generation, and while you could play as a female in Crystal version, that was just one game. This was a whole generation where you could begin as a second player. And so, of course, they wanted to, market that fact. You can play as May, you can play as Dawn. You can't play as Iris, but there's a reason for that. Black and White are different, because there's Black and White, and then there's Black and White 2 with 2 very different female heroes. And to be fair, it'd be pretty awkward if Ash was just like, oh, there's a newer one. Bye! Also, given the fact that the protagonists of Black and White 2 were aimed to be more like teenagers, a little bit older, Iris fit in with the group of kids better. Iris, just a safer option. But now we're back into the swing of things in X and Y, so why won't we replace Serena? Well, for one, we've had a lot of character development with her. In fact, she's even changed the way she looks, which is different for any protagonist within one generation. She's got shorter hair, which is kind of like the female protagonist from Sun and Moon. Yes, the playable female character, if blonde, has been related to Serena. While not the same, again, they both have relatively customizable facial features. Again, this was the point of X and Y, it's going to be the point of Sun and Moon, building your own character. The differences between all the female heroes so far have been so distinct. Why would they choose 2 characters that look so similar? Seems just more likely that this is the outfit that Serena will wear in the Sun and Moon series. And while yes, they could go for a gym leader again, there are very specific reasons why Misty and Iris were sidekicks and not the female main characters of those games. Misty because there weren't any, and Iris because there was 2. So chances are Amourshipping will be continuing for many days to come. Of course, the only way we're really going to find out is when we get there, and between now and then I'm going to be uploading loads of Sun and Moon videos, and if you leave a comment, then you have a chance to win a copy of Pokemon Sun or Moon. That's right, leave a comment and please a like as well on any of my videos titled Sun and Moon, and you have a chance of winning a copy of it. When the game's released, of course, I don't have early access. So if you want to see more of my Sun and Moon content, I'm sure it's everywhere around this video right now. I'll link some in the description. And of course, my previous video on Amourshipping. So hi, Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeepertoby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.